Hey, hi everyone. This is Edwin here. Okay, so today for this topic is very obvious here. I'm going to talk about Clavon. Okay, so Clavon has already gone into preview and this coming weekend, and the weekend preview slots for now are full. We do not know whether there's anyone who's going to drop out from there. But if you guys are still keen on going for the preview, you guys can actually drop us a message and we can arrange it for you. Of course, weekday slots are open, but most of us right now, I mean, even if you are working from home, we still have to find time to go down for the viewing, which is in the evening. Okay, so without further ado, let me talk to you about the site for this Clavon. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the site of Clavon. Okay, so I've opened up Street Directory here. Okay, so this is the actual Clavon site. So I've actually zoomed in to just talk about the surroundings first. Okay, funny story, back then, many years back, actually me and my current, I would say my wife, so before we got married, she was actually thinking whether we should get a one bedder in this Clement canopy as an investment. But after think, we decided not to. Okay, simply because she has a personal dislike for traffic jams happening outside school every morning. Okay, so this is actually one of her concern that made us decided not to go for it in the end. Okay, so relatively before Clement Canopy was built, this Clementi Avenue 1 largely was only serving this HDB cluster here and Nanhua and NUS High School back many years back, where the high school was not built. Okay, this plot of land was basically just I remember it was empty, so was a Clement Canopy if I'm not wrong. But anyway, having said that, Avenue 1 was largely unused. Okay, but right now we have Clement Canopy, we have these two schools here, the existing HDB, and of course there's this new BTO that's actually coming up. If I remember correctly, I think yeah, it's 3 or 4 blocks. So they're made up of 2-room flexi and 3, 4, 5 rooms of HDB, if I remember correctly. They go 40 stories high. Okay, so for Clavon, certain steps you have to be prepared that your view might be partially blocked. Okay, depending on the distance between the blocks. Of course, this is where my mouse is this is towards the north side. Okay, so you can actually see that this is going to be facing towards Bukit Timah Hill. Okay, this is for the north facing, and the so-called the more premium one. A lot of our viewers has been asking on our YouTube videos, leaving comments asking us whether the south facing are actually more premium in this sense. Okay, technically you're right. Okay, because of the plan for this greater southern waterfront. Okay, so Pasir Panjang terminal is going to move out eventually. Okay, the whole plan actually goes up to 2030 and beyond. So right now they are only clearing the Brani site, which is nearer towards Sentosa. Okay, this one will happen at a later stage. Okay, but whether it will happen or not, definitely it will. Okay, but this will actually be one of the last to go for the plans for Greater Southern Waterfront. But having said that, again, you have to realize that for the southern facing units, you will have the inevitable view of this AYE. Okay, and having worked in the west for many years back then, okay, AYE is actually heavily used, especially during the morning and the evening rush hour. So for this factor alone, right, I really have to say that both sides of the facing of the stacks, later when you see the site plan, you understand they each have their own merits and they each have their own pros and cons. So you have to be very mindful of what you are literally, I would say, willing to live with. So if you are willing to live with the view of a highway, so assuming you are getting a low to mid floor, we are willing to live with the noise and the view of the highway, then you get a sea view. Okay, why would I say you can potentially get sea view is because all these years, yes, there's a cluster of condo here during along West Coast, but you have to realize that this is low rise, this is a hospital, okay? And the West Coast area HDB cluster, they are generally very low, okay? Assuming that they don't get en bloc or tear down eventually, they are generally low rise. So for the southern facing sites, you are able to actually get sea view, or even for the ones on the left hand side, I would say that you'll be able to get a sea view. For the units on the site that's closer to Clement Canopy, there might be a chance that a few stacks might be partially blocked by Clement Canopy. Okay, so let me just show you. Okay, from the start. So again, yeah, so this is what I've showed you earlier. Okay, this is just a screenshot. Okay, the only concern here is whether the north facing side will be blocked, will have their view of the Bukit Timah Hill blocked by the BTO here, and whether the southern side people will be partially blocked by Clement Canopy. In fact, I would say that the chances of being blocked by Clement Canopy is marginal and minimal. The only thing that you need to consider is whether you're willing to live with the view and the noise from AYE, especially if you are low floor and mid floor. Okay, so the site plan is as such. There's no need to rotate or reorientate yourself. Okay, the site plan is as it is. So this is towards the north and this is towards the south. Okay, so this is Clementi Avenue 1, as you can see here. So when my mouse is hovering right now, this is where Clement Canopy is. Okay, and Nanhua High School is just across the road. Okay, so you can see that besides the fact that this is AYE and then this is the interchange where you are coming from Avenue 2 into AYE, okay? So this is Avenue 1 to the right and to the left is Avenue 2, okay? It's coming into AYE. So for Tower 6, besides the fact that you are very close to AYE, you're facing the interchange, whatnot, you're nearer to the interchange, not facing, sorry, you're nearer to the interchange, okay? Most of the agents will actually tell you that, hey, you know what, this is actually an interchange, is a slip road, so the chances of the traffic being heavy here is very, very minimal and blah, blah, blah and whatnot, okay? I would actually disagree with that, okay? Because I know that AYE is actually used by a lot of heavy vehicles getting to the marina area and coming from the west side, especially the logistic lorries and whatnot. So in general, regardless whether is it slip road or the road itself, okay, other than really off-peak hours, maybe like after 10 a.m., between 10 to 12 p.m., that kind of timing, and before the evening peak hours, right, the roads are generally heavily used. So you have to bear in mind of that fact, okay? But of course, again, those units that are facing south, okay, they can actually all get the sea view, okay? Because of what I've explained earlier, the HDB around the West Coast area are actually very low lying. They are not low lying, sorry, they are low rise, okay? So you'll be able to get sea view of the Pasir Panjang terminal. Okay, so next I will straight away go into the floor plan. Okay, for the smallest unit, 1 bedroom plus study. Okay, 1 bedroom plus study is basically the smallest for Clavon. And okay, before that, I would like to talk to you about why do I say that Clavon has quite a fair bit of interest. First thing first, Clementi is an old town, okay? Like Ang Mo Kio, Queenstown, What else? These are the few that I can think of lah. Okay, for the older mature estates, right? Clementi has a very huge congregation of younger people like myself. They have parents actually staying there. So why Clavon is very popular with the younger crowd right now and so-called the upgraders is because they want to move back to nearer to where their parents is. Of course, schools is besides the fact, okay, Nanhua High School, but that's in secondary school anyway. So my point is that a lot of people like to stay near parents for the convenience of going back to their parents for meals. Their parents can pick up their young children from childcare and things like that. So in fact, I have an ex-colleague who moved to Bishan after she got married, and subsequently when they were planning for family, she actually moved back to Clementi to be near her own parents. Okay, so that the parents can help to, you know, take care of the kids and look after the kids, pick them up, send them to childcare and whatnot. So it's literally the convenience. Besides the fact that there's MRT is near to Jurong East where there's a lot of shopping center, JAM, JCube, all those IMM, whatnot, okay? It's more for the convenience of nearer to parents, and Clementi has no lack of wet markets, okay? So NTUC supermarket, so it's very, very convenient to be staying in mature estate as compared to new towns like Punggol, Sengkang. So this is one thing that you need to bear in mind. Why I would say that this Clavon is very popular because a lot of people like my age are actually looking to upgrade and move to a bigger place. And having said that, so that is why the focus of Clavon, unlike the hotly launched property previously was Penrose in Aljunied in Sims Avenue, that side. Okay, you realize that Clavon is not geared towards investment. Okay, so that is why the one bedroom, their smallest is actually just one bedroom plus study. Okay, so but having said that, they also are aware that, you know, there are still pockets of, you know, so-called the retail investors who just want a piece of this place, okay, to rent it out to people, to expats who are actually working in the One North area, the Dover area, and of course the Jurong area, the Jurong Town Hall area, which is the German Center that side. Okay, so they still cater two stacks to this group of investors, okay, and they are both south facing. Okay, so you have to realize that actually Clement canopy in this sense, right, is not blocking the view of your southward facing towards the sea entirely. So I would say that between these two, if you were to ask me, I would pick 15 rather than 8. Why is because personally, I'm very adverse to two things. Okay, one thing is west sun, which is heat. Second thing is the constant traffic noise. Okay, I find that is a bit irritating lah. I mean, even if I would say that this personally to that, so I would rather pick 15 than 8. Okay, so besides the fact that 8 is a lucky number, so this is up to you. Okay, for me, my personal preference is definitely 15 and not 8 for the one bedroom study. So it's very clear cut, but of course, if you are getting all the way to the second top floor, the top floor, the 35th, 36th floor onwards, that last 3 levels, last 3 to 4 levels, right? I would say that you can actually pick 8, and when you close your windows, I would say that the traffic noise will be minimal. But if there's a budget constraint, you can only get low to mid floors, okay? So this is a fact that you have to be prepared to live with, okay? And again, disclaimer, we're not going to talk about the price point because right now it's only indicative price, okay? The actual price are not out yet, and we're not going to talk about price point in this case, okay? We are just going to go into the assumption that you have the budget to go for the best stack, the best level, okay? So you are free to pick whichever you want. So which one should you pick, okay? So this is one bedroom study for you very quickly. Layout is the same, 2 stacks only, mirror image, very typical kitchenette, living. I would say that given the size, okay, which is only 527 square feet, you might even forego the dining table and get a low dining table. Your coffee table can double up as a low dining table if it's just the two of you, okay, in the living room, so that you get the extra space in the living room, okay. Balcony, so you have to bear in mind that you have to flip this floor plan around, okay. So because you cannot be going into the unit from this direction. This direction is basically the outside. So your balcony and your this study, so-called the window, will be facing towards south. So this is something that you have to bear in mind. Okay, you have to rotate this floor plan 180 degrees. Okay, so your balcony and your study room will be facing towards the Pasir Panjang side. Okay, you have to be very clear of that. Okay. This is something that you have to be very mindful. Very typical once again. So the study is actually ensuite attached to the so-called the bedroom. Okay, and the bathroom is actually, there's a sliding door in between, so it's accessible from the bedroom. Also, if you have friends coming over, they can access it. The bath, the washroom, without cutting through your bedroom, which is, I would say, is actually very good, because this will actually give you more privacy. Personally, I do not like people cutting through my bedroom to access the toilet as well. So this is actually something very thoughtful by a very experienced developer. Okay, developer is UOL, by the way. Okay, so they are no stranger to development of condo. Okay, so this study room, you can see here that it comes default, it's not enclosed. So if you would like this to be your personal workspace, especially now everybody's working from home, okay, you can actually enclose this with a tiny renovation work of your own. You can enclose this entirely if you want to. Okay, it's a choice. Okay, so 2-bedroom. Before I go into it, again, the developers these days, they are very smart. They actually segregate all the different types of units into so-called the compact and the premium version. Okay, so you pay a little bit more for premium, and usually what you are paying for is basically more functionality in your layout. Okay, that's one. And another thing is you are paying for bigger size as well. So later you actually see what I'm telling you, why they are doing that. Okay, in the next few slides when I come to the floor plan. Okay, so 2-bedroom. This is they call it 2-bedroom compact. Okay, so 2-bedroom compact is basically the smaller version of 2-bedroom. Okay, for me, this is actually a bit of a no-brainer. Why do I say that? First thing, because I do not like facing the tennis court because of the floodlight. Okay, so if you are going for the lower and the mid floor, the lights will definitely be more or less shining into your house from your balcony, from your living room and your room. Okay, so this is, of course, besides the fact that there's noise and there's sound. Okay, so this is a tennis court issue that I do not like. Okay, and here you will be saying that it's facing the main road, is actually facing this small little road. Again, like I said, this road is rarely, I would say that it's not heavily used except the time where people are going to work, where people are sending their kids to school, which is typically 7 a.m. before 7:30 a.m. That 30 minutes window. Okay, there will be a lot of vehicles. And of course, let's say COVID-19 is over, then you are needed back in office physically every day. When the school ends, by the time you're home, this Clementi Avenue 1 will have cleared up. So you will not be experiencing so-called heavy traffic noise in that sense. But having said that, the main gate is here. Okay, so this is something that you might have to consider as well. But thank goodness, the main gate is not directly facing into your unit in this step 12, as you are saying. So If you are going for the high floors, both is fine, I would say, okay? But here, besides the tennis court, once again, I must say that there's actually this interchange that's coming into AYE. Okay, why am I placing so much focus onto this Avenue 2? Is because if you are familiar with Clementi area, right? Because I used to hang out at West Coast quite a fair bit, okay? Because I used to work in the West Side. So West Coast, coming in from West Coast and accessing AYE, right? There are a few ways to do it, of course. You can do it straight down via the West Coast Highway, all the way just using the West Coast Highway past Vivo City, then you are going to the city. You can take that direction. If not, if you are nearer to the West Coast, I can't remember which is the block. I think it's block 700 plus that site. Okay, if you're nearer there, I would say that this road is definitely a must use for you to get into AYE. So from Avenue 2 coming in from West Coast, you just follow the pointer of my mouse. So coming in from West Coast, you have to actually make a U-turn along Avenue 2 into AYE. You have to make a U-turn along Avenue 2 into AYE. So that is why I'm placing so much emphasis on this interchange here. So this is something that you have to bear in mind. So for me, I would say that both stacks, once again, they have their own pros and cons. So you just need to be a bit more specific and mindful of your surrounding before you actually book the unit for this stack. Okay, straightforward once again. This is actually mirror image of each other, two stacks only, stack 2 and 12. Okay, so this is the floor plan orientation is the correct orientation. So when you are coming home, you are coming in from here. Okay, that means from bottom up. Okay, so this is the correct orientation, and I would say that it's very functional, and I actually like the layout. Why do I say that? Because you will realize that this is what they call a dumbbell model. A dumbbell model is basically where your living area, your communal area, so-called, is actually right smack in the middle of both bedrooms. So you get privacy for both bedrooms. And I love it. Why? Is because there's no narrow walkway from the main entrance in. Okay, despite the fact that this is only 6, 7, 8 square feet. Okay, 6, 7, 8 square feet. Okay, so 6, 7, 8 square feet is relatively small. It's not even 700. But you look at the layout here, right? There's no wasted space at all. There's no narrow walkways going into the master bedroom, and there's no narrow walkway that actually comes in from the main entrance. Everything is very squarish and functional. And if the price is right, I dare say that this 2-bedroom compact will actually fly off the shelf. Yeah, because the layout is really, really very fantastic. And the kitchen is not like, a small little spot that's along the main hall. It's actually at a corner on its own. So this is, okay? Come to 2-bedroom premium. So just now I was actually explaining that, nowadays developer actually split between compact, premium, then you pay a bit more for better layout. So now we'll actually see whether this is actually true for premium. Okay? Yes. So very quickly, you can see that actually, excuse me, the developer has actually focused quite a fair bit of units into 2-bedroom premium. Once again, experienced developer, very smart. They know that this size, this price for this unit will fly off the shelf for young family. Because why? Most families these days, they only have one kid. So 2-bedroom premium in that sense is more than enough for a family of 3. More than enough. Okay? And that is also because even if you have a helper, the helper can always occupy that extra room, or the helper can actually, do a makeshift bed in the living room. Okay, so without further ado, come, let's take a look at the facing. And again, developer is not silly. They know that coupled with a pool view, pockets of Pasir Panjang sea view, at the end of the day, most people, when you're high enough, because when the AYE ultimately is not at eye level and you're out of earshot distance, right, it will not bother you. So if you go for the top 5, I will even say top 10, maybe top 5 or top 10 floors, okay, you will be able to look beyond AYE and at eye level, out of your window and balcony, you'll be able to directly view into the Pasir Panjang, which is so-called the pocket of sea there. Okay. Oh, by the way, not forgetting that this development itself comes with a childcare center. So this childcare center is also one of the reasons why a lot of people who are planning for family with kids like 2-3 years old, they are actually gunning for this development because of the convenience. Okay, so this is something that you have to take note. Okay, stack 3 and 11 not too bad themselves. Bukit Timah Hillview, pardon me because I really do not know why a lot of buyers have this obsession that they, once you can see Bukit Timah Hill, right, then you are premium. I really don't get that. I'm sorry. Maybe some of you guys who are watching this can actually enlighten me why the view of Bukit Timah Nature Reserve is so important. Okay, maybe it's some, I don't know, feng shui thing. You guys can actually enlighten me. Okay, but this is actually for me, I would say it's a bit of a no-brainer. I would definitely go for stack 7 or 8. Okay, even 17. Sorry, is it 17? Yeah, correct, 17. So 17 and 16. Why? Because they get pockets of pool view. For 17, 16 no. For 17, yes, still get a pocket of pool view. Okay, for 7 and 8, yes. Again, 8, you got a pool view, and 7 is a pocket. Okay, but ultimately, they're all facing towards the Pasir Panjang side. So regardless of what's happening at the greater waterfront, the greater southern waterfront, okay, there's a lot of excitement and buzz alive about the greater southern waterfront. So who knows, maybe there's a second theme park that's coming up. And can you imagine you are staying at one of the currently, just imagine you're staying at one of the high-rise HDB along Teluk Blangah, and you are actually able to see Sentosa and Universal Studios. Every single weekend, you are enjoying fireworks from there. So this is something that is a prized possession that you can never get if you are getting a north-facing side. Okay, and again, north-facing side, you have to be mindful that there's a BTO that's coming out from the top of my screen. Is beyond this side map. Okay, but beyond these walls, this row of trees here, there's actually a BTO that's coming up. Clementi Peaks, if I'm not wrong, yeah, Clementi Peaks that's coming up. They are 40-story high. So if you are gunning for that Bukit Timah Nature Reserve view, chances are you may or may not be blocked. Okay, so I would rather not take the risk. Okay, but the HDB will actually be up. Will TOP? They will be up before Clavon actually TOP. So I would say that in this aspect, stack 3 and 11 will be inferior. Okay, so we are here for the floor plan. Okay, we are here for the floor plan. Okay, floor plan wise, right? Again, so you see, this is what I was talking about when I was saying about the compact earlier. You see, there's this narrow walkway that is going into the living hall. So this is so-called what I call dead space. Of course, you can put shoe cabinets here, blah, 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 whatnot. But, to me, ultimately, this is a dead space. Okay? And there's this funny little corner here. So whether premium is really premium, we do not know. And again, the way into the master bedroom, there's this narrow little walkway. Of course, this is essential for the common toilet and the other bedroom. Okay, but ultimately, to me, this is practically useless. It's just a walkway. I can neither put a table here, nor can I put anything except some art pieces on the wall to decorate the wall. That's all, to make your journey to the master bedroom a bit more pleasant. Again, okay, you have to flip this floor plan around. Okay, this is actually for 6 and 17. So your balcony, your bedroom 2, and your master bedroom window, they will all be facing towards the south side, which is again the Pasir Panjang side. Okay, so you have to be mindful. You have to flip this floor plan upside down, so-called 180 degrees around. Okay, this is for 6 and 17. Okay, 3 and 11. Okay, you see, so 3 and 11, again, premium, yeah, maybe, maybe not. Okay, what I'm paying for essentially is the additional toilet and a bigger living room. That's about it. Okay, Literally, yeah. The extra space from 678 square feet. This is this is 764 square feet. So just now the earlier 2-bedroom compact we were saying is actually 678 square feet. The difference is about 100 square feet. Where did it go? A bigger kitchen, the 2 funny walkways, and of course the toilet, the bathroom number 2. Again, some people are very against their guests coming over and using their master bedroom bath. Okay, for this you have no issue because there's a common bathroom that can be used. Okay, but what I really dislike is the narrow walkway that's coming in from the main door, okay, and into the bedrooms. Okay, so this is really something that I dislike. This space is really wasted on nothing at all. You are neither going to be able to do anything that is, I don't know, put a table here, no, dining table, no. So I really do not know what's this space for. Okay, so this is your layout, and take note, 3 and 11 are the ones that's actually facing towards Bukit Timah Nature Reserve. So if you ask me, the only difference between these two is the layout of the kitchen. This kitchen is actually on both sides of the, you are right in the center, so the washer and dryer is on one side, and then this cooker and sink and hob whatnot is on the other side, whereas this is actually so-called in a C or a U shape. Okay, and for 7 and 16, okay, 7 and 16, this is really very smart of the developer. Remember when I was saying that 7 and 16 is actually the so-called the better side that's facing the south side, which is towards the sea. So they have actually reserved this stack, these 2 stacks, and I rightly believe so that these 2 stacks are actually going to cost a bit more. Why? Because of the layout. Okay, I may be wrong. Okay, why do I say that? Is again, so if you do notice, the walkway comes in is immediately opening up into your dining hall. It's a very rectangle, squarish layout. There's no wasted space at all. Compared to this, just take a look at this. The moment the main door you are coming in, this space is lost here. There is no wasted space at all in the stack, in the layout of 7 and 16. So despite the fact that 8 and 17 has pocket pool view, I would say that I am willing to give up the pool view, okay, for this layout. This is really fantastic. You look at this once again, it's a dumbbell layout. So that would basically just means that for you to access your bedroom, both bedrooms, you do not have to walk past each other bedroom, and there's no narrow walkway whereby it's literally a dead space, useless in my opinion. And this bathroom is exclusive to be meant to be common. So your kid has to access here, and whoever your guest is coming over has to access here, and they will all access this bathroom without walking past your master bath and walking past your master bedroom and picking inside and things like that. So this is really fantastic. Once again, all the bedrooms, they have windows and they have living room facing towards the south side. Okay, so it's very fantastic. Almost no west sun, I would say. In fact, I think that looking at the orientation, yeah, there is literally no west sun almost. Maybe just a very slight angle on certain half of the year lah. But besides the fact, you're practically getting no west sun from here. So you're very safe, very good layout. So if you are looking, so guys, if you are actually looking for 2-bedroom premium, I strongly advocate going for 7 and 16. Okay. So next is 3-bedroom compact. Okay, 3-bedroom very quickly. They are at both ends of the development. One is 13 and one is 1. Okay. Again, they both got their own pro and cons. 13, besides the fact that the unit number 13, you're facing the main gate, so some people do not like it. Stack 1, again, you're facing the Clementi Avenue 2 exchange, and you are facing the tennis court. So is between these two, I would say that it's literally the lesser of two evils. Okay, and for stack 1, there might be a slight west sun in this case. For 13, you're pretty safe. For stack 1, because you're right at the corner of the development, right? So there might be a slight west sun that's coming into your bedrooms and balcony. So this one you have to bear in mind. Very important. Both are facing Bukit Timah Nature Reserve once again. And once again, my dear friends, you can see that there's a dead space here. This narrow walkway, which is unnecessary. And here into the bedrooms, which I find that is not very fantastic as well. Of course, this space you can use for shoe cabinets once again. Okay, so kitchen is enclosed for the 3 bedrooms onwards. Okay, you have the option of enclosing your kitchen. Very typical layout. And once again, master bedroom is a very typical new style condo. You have this, again, you have this funny little walkway here. So some people actually like to place extra wardrobe here. Okay, so 2 bedroom, similar, extra bath, nothing much to talk about in this case, except between stack 1 and 13, now that you ask me, I would maybe pick 13 because of the potential of there's a slight west sun that may be coming into stack 1. Okay, next is the premium. They have a bit more stacks here, which, sorry, I beg your pardon, there's actually 2 stacks as well. But here they actually have 2 radically different facing. One is towards Bukit Timah Nature Reserve, which is 10, and the other one is 9, which is facing towards the Pasir Panjang. So I've repeated it a lot of times. Be mindful of where you are facing, and so-called the consequences of where you are facing will actually matter. So step 9, you need to take note that for the low floor and mid floor buyers, AYE and slip road is going to be your constant feature. Okay, so floor plan, without further ado, they are very different. 9 is not so fantastic. Okay, besides the fact that they are very, very different in sizes. So the 3 bedroom premium, in this case, I must say, is actually quite a good size. It's about 1,130 square feet. Okay, so I would say it's actually a very good size. And the main difference between premium and compact, my dear friends, you can see here, there's a dry kitchen and there's a wet kitchen. And also there's a store, and so-called there's a helper bathroom here as well. So there's basically 3 bathrooms, the master, the common one, and there's a small little one that usually some people use it for their helpers, and of course this is a spare bathroom, okay, to do all the dirty washing, so-called. Okay, so again, there's a narrow walkway here, and there's a narrow walkway here to access your master bedroom. You can see that this literal, the one that I'm drawing with my mouse right here, this literal space is practically useless. You're basically paying for nothing to get to access to your master bedroom. You just need to walk past this. So I really have no idea. Maybe my dear viewers, you guys can actually enlighten me what is this for. Okay, by any case, yeah, so this is a wasted space. The main feature, like I said, is the storeroom, which is very handy. The extra WC here, and they segregate dry and wet kitchen, which is very good for people who actually do cooking. And if you are buying a 3 bedroom premium, chances are you have a bigger family, you have 2 children, and I would think that maybe you are going to get a helper as well. So this will actually be very handy. Okay, so take note that these 2 facing, one is actually facing towards Bukit Timah Nature Reserve. So this is actually step 9. This is actually facing towards Pasir Panjang. Okay, so all these, your balcony and your 3 bedrooms, they will have a Pasir Panjang, the sea view, so called. And next is actually 10, which is facing towards Bukit Timah Nature Reserve. So all your view here, balcony, everything will be facing towards Bukit Timah Nature Reserve. And again, I wouldn't say that it's mirror image, but this is slightly better, marginal better. Why? Because there's no funny zigzag here, that so-called, again, I find that it's a wasted space. Of course, this corner, if you do a bit of ID and reno here, you can do it up to be a pretty nice storage here. And here, just right in front of the main door the moment you come in, okay? So this is something, and of course, some people actually, this is sidetrack. Some feng shui people actually who believe in feng shui, that they will say that it's actually better that, you know, the moment I come in from the main door, I don't face out direct into the balcony, the open. So they are saying that, you know, your flow of the wealth will just fly out the window or something like that. So this is sidetrack. So this is actually for some other people who actually, you know, they are more for practicality. Okay, so there's no wasted space here at all. Again, dry kitchen, wet kitchen, store, and the WC here. Okay, so enclosed kitchen between the wet and dry kitchen. This is very good, but again, the walkway to access the bedrooms are very similar. There's a long walkway here to access your master bedroom. So, okay, so for 4-bedroom, only one stack, so there's nothing much to choose. If you are going for the big ones, this is the one and only stack that you can choose from. Despite the fact that this is a unit number 14, the good thing is, again, you're not really blocked by Clavon canopy. So this is something that you have to take note. Okay, facing are all facing towards Sentosa, straightforward. Okay, what are the additions here is basically because you have a larger dining area and the living area. So this is actually 1281 square feet. Okay, besides the fact that obviously you have 4 bedrooms, so you have a bit extra space in the dining and the living area as well. And your wet kitchen here, you can see that the layout between this and the 3-bedroom earlier is different. The WC and the store is separated, so the WC in itself is a standalone. Okay, nothing much to talk about for this. There's practically only one stack. So if you're looking at 4 bedrooms, this is the one stack that you go for. And 4 bedroom plus study. So some of my partners actually have this deferment on what is this study space for. For me, it's all about whether do you need that extra space as a work area, as simple as that, as a work area or even as a play area for your young kids. If you do not need it, then I guess this is something that you do not want to pay extra for. Again, only one stack, stack number 4. So the 4-bedroom, finally, the developer has put it to be unit number 4, stack 14, and stack 14. Stack 14 and stack 4. So very funny. So anyway, 4-bedroom plus study, the one and only stack. Okay, this doesn't have that funny little walkway that is coming in from the main entrance. Again, dry and wet kitchen segregated. WC is with the store. Okay, where did the study go? So the study is basically wedged in between bedroom 2. So you can say that bedroom 2, besides the fact that there's no attached toilet, it has the luxury of being accessible to the study room as well. So imagine this: if you only have one young child, okay, your child can take bedroom 3. And for now, since everybody is working from home, you can actually convert bedroom 2 into an extended working area. You and your wife each can actually take one side of it, okay, to do your video conferencing call from here. So this is something that is very practical, I would say. Okay, so of course there's a last bedroom here, which is a 4th bedroom. Okay, so this is where the study area is accessible to. Again, be mindful, bedroom 4 got no view. All this is actually facing towards Bukit Timah Nature Reserve. And I would say that there is a slight chance that the corner here might be, and your balcony may or may not be hit by slight west sun. I would think that certain time of the year there will be a slight west sun, so you need to be mindful of that. Okay, so this is something that is special about 4-bedroom plus study. The last one is for 4-bedroom is of course the premium once again, and there's only one stack, stack 5. Premium being premium, obviously is going to face the pool. You will see that later for the 5-bedroom is the same thing. Okay, so this is actually, if you think of it, the corresponding, okay, don't talk about the number of total units in the development itself. This is actually a very reflective of what they have in the east, which is Tampines. Yeah, Tampines is a mature town as well. There's a lot of people there. So treasure at Tampines is a reflection of Clavon, because why? They cater to a lot of upgraders whereby they feature a bit more for 3, 4, and 5-bedroom. Okay, so 4-bedroom premium, one single stack 5. Okay, so you can see here, this is the main door. You come in, immediately this will be your household shelter, WC. You have a very huge wet kitchen to work with. Okay, this is your dry kitchen, your island. Okay, your island where you can entertain guests here. Okay, and also your dining, you can have it here as well. If not, you can straight away put your dining here as a high. I'm assuming that this island will be a high one. If not, you can straight away convert this to your direct dining area as well. So this is your dry kitchen. Okay, and they have a private lift. Okay, so this is a mix of like for the upgraders, but at the same time, if you want to go for more luxurious feel, okay, you want to make this more of a permanent home, definitely this is for you, 4-bedroom premium, because of the private lift. Okay, so junior master bedroom, they have a attached bath, so that is the reason why they call it junior master bedroom. So this is 1. Okay, this is 3, 4, and master bedroom, and they do not have much wasted space again, except for this walkway. Okay, and they have 3 bathrooms. Yes, 1, 2, and 3. So once again, the extra space goes into your private lift lobby. This is actually the main, not the main door, sorry. This is actually the back door. Just now I made a mistake. I said that this is the main door. This is actually your back access to the central rubbish chute. So this is actually your main door. So besides the fact of your wet kitchen have narrow walkways, there's not much wasted space except here. This is definitely for people who has an extended family. You want to stay together with your parents as well. This is definitely for you. And I would say that the price, looking at the indicative price, this will be affordable as well for a lot of upgraders. Last stack, 5-bedroom premium, stack 18. Yes. Okay. So this is actually the same thing that is coming up here. Okay, your private lift lobby. So this is almost exactly the same. The dry kitchen, the dining, living here as well. Private lift lobby. So basically, it's more like a mirror image, I would say. Except the fact that there's a difference in size, the total size. The junior master is separated on its own, which is fantastic. And all of them, once again, they face towards the Pasir Panjang side. So this is very good. Okay. Master bedroom is here. So you have to walk past bedroom 3 and 4 to get to master bedroom. And there is 3 washroom, or rather 4. There's a WC here as well. So just now I didn't mention whether there's a WC. Yeah, there's also a WC here as well. So all in all, basically you get 4 washroom, okay, for 4-bedroom. 5-bedroom premium is the same thing. Basically, it's just a larger floor area, and of course, I think some of the space went in the balcony as well. Okay, so that's it for me for this unit selection for Clavon. Again, the preview is starting tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is Saturday. Tomorrow is actually Saturday. The preview is actually happening. And I will actually, if you guys are actually keen and interested in going for the preview, please go ahead and give us a call and we will arrange it for you. Weekdays as well. The last weekend should be 5th and 6th December. Yeah, correct. The last weekend is 5th and 6th December. After that, then they'll be launching the prices. So you can actually leave your comment here. If you are keen, we will actually PM you. And again, this is, let me just do one last share screen as well. Okay, so this is our contact number. You can actually contact us, and that will be all from me. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Invest Singapore Property, for latest updates, and you can actually join our Telegram channel as well. Same name, search for Invest Singapore Property. And if you are watching this from YouTube, please do not forget to like and share my video. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.